So today I heard like a prediction about Mario Kart World that apparently there was supposed to be like a reverse mode. When really there was no reverse mode, it was just mirror mode. Except like some of those tracks do have backwards variants. Like I have played Desert Hills, like an in-between track of it backwards. Like hold up, let me show you right now. Oh, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna show you the whole race or something. So anyways, I'll continue talking while it's happening. So yeah, basically there's like in between tracks that do it backwards, and I think somebody like saw that because like Nintendo posted something about it. So then so they were like reverse mode instead of that. And so today, because there's no reverse mode, I today's question is what would reverse mode be possible in Mario Kart World? And here I have a bunch of like rankings of all 30 tracks in the games, plus their variants, okay? So if you don't know what variants are, the editor can put like a map of like the map of Peach Beach on the screen. That first route, like that little oval there that's being like that's in a red light, um that is Route 1 or version 1, whatever you want to call it. Okay? So basically, it's the first version of it. And that means that's like the normal one. And then this other highlighted route here is version 2, which takes a different path. So the tracks that have this are Peach Stadium, GCN Peach Beach, and Crown City. Anyways, I think in the clip that we should be like pulling up. And yeah, you see there that's like the little starting lines that's reversed. And so yeah, here we're just doing the track backwards at this point. I guess it only goes backwards if you're coming in backwards. But the thing is about Crown City is that if you're coming in from a different way, instead of just doing it backwards, it'll just pull up the second variant of the course. You know? Or whatever variant. Like there's so many different possibilities. But we're only going from what the cups are, okay? Like what the cups have. And I'll start listing them off by like this. So hold up, I'll tell you something. So there's rankings from 1 to 3. 0 means nope, it's not possible at all. It's not even possible. And 0 plus means it's like it's not possible, but it does something pretty cool. And then we have 1s, which are possible if you use like tasks, basically. Like, let's say that I got this cool lucky thing, but I can't get a feather when this lucky thing happens. And then I can beat the course with it. Then it'll get a 1. There's also 1 pluses, which the part that it, like, the task thing makes it just look really cool. And then we have 2s, which are, it's possible, but it needs items with it. There is no 2 plus. Then there's 3, which means it's totally possible. And then 3 plus means like I prefer the track backwards at this point. So yeah, basically I just prefer the track backwards. So now we're gonna start off with zeros, the good old zeros. Not possible, not at all. First off, DS Airship Fortress. I mean, I bet this one's pretty obvious. I mean, if you ever played Airship Fortress before, like in any Mario Kart game, you always know what's at the top, like the little cannon section. And sadly, in Mario Kart World, it's unable to be done backwards. You just fall down to your demise. Next up is Starview Peak. I mean, from the very start of the track, you can clearly see. But I'm pretty sure this might actually be possible if you want to test this for yourself, because I'm pretty sure if we hit that blue ring, we could probably make it to there and then finish off the track. So, if anybody wants to, like, try this track and give it a 1 or something, or a 2, maybe a 2, yeah, go give it a try. So next up is, Acorn Heights. I think you can get it, you know, there's a big jump, that's a glider panel, and, yeah, you just can't do it at all. Pretty sure that's the gist here. Hold up, let me just show you the jump. It's actually impossible for this course. I mean, there's not that many zeros. Luckily, there's a lot of threes. This is actually one of like the only ones that's not possible backwards, but doesn't have a second variant at all. As you can see here, there's this big glider section. There's no glider ramp back, so yeah, this is impossible. Next up is Rainbow Road. I mean, what do I even have to say? I mean, there's so many jumps, gliders, and stuff. First of all, not only can I not do it in free roam, which makes it kind of harder. Yeah, there's just kind of space, and there's no other glider panels except for the correct way. So yeah, not possible. Okay, now it's time for the 0+ tier. And these ones are still not possible, but they do something really cool. So this is first off is Crown City. There's not many 0+s, and as you can see here, um, yep, right there. There's a big ramp at the end of the first version of I mean, first off for the 0+ tier is version 1 of Crown City, and yeah, there's a problem here. Immediately. You can't go up this. But actually, there is a way to go up it, okay? This one could have got a 1. So basically, it's really hard to recreate, but I was so lucky that right when I loaded in, I turned around, and there was one of those glider cars, you know, like, you drive up it, and then you turn into a glider, and then I could actually get up there. And it doesn't really work at all because cars don't really come down that way at all, because there's, like, no way for it to come. But yeah, I bet if I like tried it enough, I could definitely like find that. Like, let me try it again. Let me try it again here. Like you see, when I turned around, there would have been like a ramp with a glider on it. Like one of these trucks. I think this is one of them, right? Yes, here it is. Here it is. Hold up. So basically, imagine this car but backwards, and then that Mario Kart logo at the top of it's like the landing pad, and then yeah, we just kind of made it up there because you can see here in the background we're at the same level of it using the glider. So if you say that, well, what's the bad? What's the bad part that made it unfeasible? If it wasn't for the rest of the track. Okay, so look, when we're here, we can actually get onto that platform with a feather, but to get to that tire, get into that tire is, which basically makes this unfortunately impossible. The thing is, if we could get to that platform, that tire statue right there, the rest of the track would just be possible. And that jump right there, that could just probably be done with a feather. So yeah, sadly, it's not possible. Next up is Bowser's Castle. The reason why I say this one's a 0+ tier is that first of all, this might be saying, oh well, nothing cool happened. Except you can actually get to this second island. So if you like mushroom and then jump off of here, Lakitu will now pick you up and put you on this part of the track. So yeah, it puts us on this part of the track, and then when we go here, we can't. No Lakitu will save us from this jump. He will just forget about us. So next up is version 1 of Peach Stadium. Normally when you load in a versus race, whatever way you're doing is the way that the track's gonna reverse. But if it's normal, then you'll start driving this way. So we'll have to do it backwards. And so we'll start off here by lifting up into the air. And the reason why this one's a little cooler is because you get to do actually like a lot of the track. Okay? As you can see here, like I had to try as my might, like I had to rail grind, to try to everything. And the thing is, you might be saying, oh look, a pipe. You could probably like do something, and nope, it just spits you back out. Speaking of which, there's a peach medallion up there. The cool part actually is that it kind of leads you to the roof and stuff, which is really cool. It's also how you do mirror mode right here. Next up are the ones, and these ones mean that they're like either theoretically possible, like if I was better at the game, I could definitely get it, or it needs like tasks basically. So some non-human stuff. And so first off, we have Shy Guy Bazaar. And the reason why I say this is that we all know, if you ever played Shy Guy Bazaar before, you know that it uses the main 3DS mechanic of the glider section. And of course they decided to keep it back in its remake. And as you can see right here, and just in a way, if I actually like was using like a robot tool, you can actually like jump onto that Shy Guy, bounce into the air, somehow like hit that. And so that means, yeah, it's theoretically possible. I can't do it. I'm bad at the game. I'm not that good as I'm not as good as a robot at all. Nope. And so I'm not even gonna question it at all. Next up is Switch One Sky High Sunday, or whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it a nitro track or not. And the immediately first thing that you come up with is this. And yeah, there's a way to jump up that. So don't ask me how. The only way that I feel like I know how to get up it is maybe like going like this, or like getting onto that roof and then like jumping up from there. But nope, I don't know anything. So we're just gonna head there normally. Dude, did I really almost call this a 0+ tier track? I am so stupid. So anyways, here we are here, and rewind. So as you can see here, it might be saying, well, where you go now? Well, if I had a feather, you can then like jump here, or maybe a mushroom, and then you can like jump on here wall grinding. It's really cool. I mean, when I first got this, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes! And then of course, the rest of the track is just possible backwards. Because there's a little like mini path there, there's pipes. You basically just do it backwards. So yeah, it's only theoretically because of this part. So unless a human can like perform that on camera, then I guess we'll be staying out of 1 for now. It's actually kind of cool of a camera angle like this. That's actually kind of cool. Next up is Faraway Oasis, which is a pretty long track. And you might be thinking like, oh yeah, I mean, how is that gonna be possible? Isn't there this jump? I don't know how, but apparently you can do it with like a feather or something, like with the perfect item set, like a double feather or something. I mean, I'm not lucky enough to get that. Not in a million years. But yeah, apparently you can. And I remember when I could get up on top of this. So basically, I just needed a mushroom. And then when we go here, you can then just kind of like mushroom like that. And then, yeah, I think I need like a feather. But then you could like jump up to that part. And then the rest is like that part. I don't know, something task related. I don't know what it is. So next up is Boost Cinema. Most of these nitro courses are like theoretically possible. So you might be thinking, Boost Cinema, you definitely could do that because like there's an entrance and exit. That's what I thought until the entrance from the exit leads to the beginning here. And so I'm pretty sure I have that gameplay from the actual task. So hold up, let me show you that. Okay, is it done yet? Like, can I like just like stop driving around? Yeah, that's sick. So yeah, somehow they just kind of start flying. I don't know how, like where they get the thing from, but like they just somehow find a glider panel somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's like somewhere like up at the top. But yeah, I don't know where it was from. So next up is the 1+ tiers, which basically means that they're theoretically possible. They're theoretically possible, and like the stuff that I've watched is just sick. It's just really cool. So first off is a DK spaceport, which you might be saying, oh well, it's a 1 lap track. And you might be saying like, oh, well, it technically ends at a different destination, so like, how would you do that? And what I say for you is that instead of going from point A to B, you just go from point B to A. I mean, it's a simple solution. I know. Anyways, so yeah, I'll just show you the tests. I'll just show you the gameplay because I have the gameplay for all of these. So let's just play it. It's now the end of the task, huh? Why are you here? So yeah, they just kind of like bounced like over the wall. I mean, I got like a little cutted part, so I guess it just kind of didn't work. But I think I can guess how it worked. So basically, there's like a jump there, you can't go on it. So instead of actually doing it, you just go to this like middle jumper right here. You drift, and then you just kind of bounce onto the thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like that. Except I have to go the other way to actually get it like right. Anyways, next up. Next up is 3DS Wario Shipyard. So yeah, you might notice immediately at the end, yeah, there's a cannon. But you might be saying, how is this theoretically possible? Well, just take a look for yourself. donuts. Ah, look at that. I can create drones in this game. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Anyways, back to it. So yeah, it kind of looks like car. That's what it looks like. Just car. So yeah, they just kind of like drove in the wall. I don't know if there's like some other presses because I didn't have like what they actually pressed at all. I only had the video clip. Don't ask me what happened. Anyways, next up is N64 Choco Mountain, which instead of actually being like a task gameplay, it's more of something else. So look, normally you'd go up forward like this, and then when you go backwards, there's now a way instead of the mountain, and then you go like this forward. So I'm just saying, like, it's more of it's possibly theoretically possible more, but I wouldn't definitely say that it's like 100% sure. So that's why I'm not giving it something like a 2. So yeah, there's nothing really. Next up is Wii Toad's Factory. Definitely my favorite course. So yeah, let's go. When I tried this myself, the biggest problem I came to was trying to enter the factory. Because if you see here, people were saying like, you see like a pipe under here and something. And when you go in the pipe, instead of like taking you to there, it takes you to the roof. I tried a feather, it didn't really work at all. But yeah, you can take a look at somebody else's gameplay. It's not a task, it's just somebody else's gameplay. Oh, well, you're back. So yeah, I say it's more on the theoretically side. Not only can you like get up there, you more have to like skip this entire part of the track. I tried it myself. You can, oh gosh, you can definitely do a feather up there. Or no, you can't. You can't. So if somebody could like find a way to jump up there, yeah, that would be really nice. Cause then we could give it a 2 for Toad's Factory, and everybody roots for Toad's Factory. Are the 2s. These ones are possible, but they just need items. Okay? So yeah, and the first one for this is of course Great Question Block Ruins. Fly up to in the sky. Might be saying the very end of the track is well a glide section, and obviously you can't glide back. So basically what I did is that all I needed was like one mushroom for this to work. And then a few rewinds. Rewinds do not count as like tasks, by the way. Like they don't really. They just kind of like change a little like format of the game. So then I jumped there. Then I went to like a cannon thing. I rewinded, went to a cannon. And then I went to like this like second cannon, after like calming down my speed a little bit. And then it led to like this like next cannon, which then like took me onto the platform that launches you up, you know? Pretty cool. So basically, yeah, once I landed, I basically could like easily do the track the rest of the way backwards. Like, I forget how, I went through like the cloud part, but I'm pretty sure it shows what happened on screen. So, it should be all good. And then, I don't know, there's something else that led me up like all the rest of the gaps. And then there was like a part that I needed a feather for. So, if I like get a feather at some point, that's probably for that next part. Or he just stops there because he didn't get a feather. Which, stupid. Didn't get a feather. Dumb luck. And then, you just jump to one part. And you jump to, like, that next part. And then there should be, like, no more gaps. And then I just kind of did the thing backwards. Okay, now it's time for the three. Yeah, there's only 1, 2. And basically, the threes mean, yeah, you can definitely do it backwards. So it's probably going to show, like, my own gameplay on the screen of me just doing it backwards. And the first one here is Mario Bros. Circuit, which, yeah, it's a basic Mario circuit. I mean, what are you expecting? I mean, it definitely did feel very disorienting doing it backwards, like starting off with a canyon and then kind of like doing the normal section. And also, I couldn't really do the wall grind that good. But yeah, there is like a like track that you drive to that does the circuit backwards. I think it's like Choco Mountain to Mario Bros. Circuit, I think. So yeah, threes are probably gonna like the normal threes are probably gonna fill in like all the gaps that you have. Anyways, next up here is Whistletop Summit. I mean, honestly, I didn't think this one would. I already thought like this one like okay, yeah, this one's gonna work, but you have to be sure. Like I thought there was like a jump by the end, like when you like go down that big like steep part on the rail. But no, there wasn't at all. So you just continue cruising through to the end of the track. Desert Hills, and what do I have to say about this? We literally covered this when I was like showing that in between track part. And so yeah. You can do it backwards. Cool, bye. Next up is DS. Next up is DSDK Pass. Honestly, I knew everything would be good except for like the end part, 'cause I thought there's like big jumps you probably couldn't drive up, but like you can. And oh my gosh, it feels like much more cooler, like rapidly scaling up the mountain. But yet again, doing the tunnel at the end just kind of feels a bit like weird. It doesn't really feel like a good way to play it. But I mean, at least we can still do the telephone pole, right? Hold up. I don't know, just stop it when it's at the pole part. Next up is SNES Koopa Troopa Beach, which is more like a Koopa Beach 2, which is kind of crazy. But I mean, dude, look at the layout of it, like from the SNES version. SNES tracks are flat, and that's just a circle that's flat. Or Koopa Beach 1, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's more of Koopa Beach 1. So like just show that. Somebody told me that it was Koopa Beach 2. I think it makes sense because the area near it, the area like the island near it is supposed like I saw a piece which was saying it was like Koopa Beach 1, so I think that one would be like Koopa Beach 2. So next up is version 2 of Crown City. I know that the gameplay is probably not going to show it because like I didn't record that part, and I didn't record like an extra gameplay clip of it because I'm stupid. And I bet it's just a scene of me just driving around Crown City. But yeah, it is possible. It's just like a little loop around like the back part of the city for that most part. And if you do it backwards, I mean, there's a part on a track that I remember that literally did this backwards. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now it's time for version 2 of Peach Stadium, which is actually quite different from like version 1. Instead of version 1 being on the main part, instead of like being like version 1 that's on the main part, it's now on the bottom part, which I don't know if you know this, but it version 2 of Peach Stadium is Baby Park. I don't know how simpler I can make that. Oh, probably want to move that away from my face. So yeah, I mean, if a track's like Baby Park, I mean, you could bet that you could probably do it backwards. So yeah, cool. Now, version 1 of GCN Peach Beach. Yeah, it's just a more fancy oval. I mean, I bet if I did like a GameCube video off of this, yeah, I'd definitely say, yep, Peach Beach is 100% possible. And that wouldn't surprise me because not only is it like an earlier track, like it's more on like the beginner side because it's in the Mushroom Cup. This literally the second track of the game. I bet like while I'm talking, like it probably did like 2 laps off of it, just due to how short it is. Anyways, we'll move on now. Next up is Salty Speedway, which I mean, I thought there was gonna be like one like the jump, but I mean there wasn't any jump. The only hardest part was actually like going up it because like the water stream was like going against you. I mean it was pretty cool, but like it just made it longer. Like the clip that you're probably seeing is like it looks so slow, so I made sure like I went around for a part and just showed how fast it is backwards. Or I mean the correct way. Yeah, it was really like hard. So anyways, next up is GCN Dino Jungle. So yeah, this isn't really that much of a surprise. I mean, definitely more of a surprise than like something like GCN Peach Beach, you know? But like yet again, it's just I mean, I don't know what to say. There was no like real jumps except for maybe like the bridge. But I've done this track backwards before. Well, yeah, I've done it before like I did this video. Like I've done it backwards on the GameCube. I mean, the only thing that might have been different is like changing it on the Switch too, but like I mean, this looks like a pretty faithful remake except for like the Jurassic Park, which makes it better. It feels like. Up is Cheap Falls. So this one I was actually quite much doubting because there was a bunch of waterfalls and that stuff. But I could just drive up the waterfalls. Like I'm gonna make sure like you can see one on the screen, but like why can't I just drive up waterfalls? It's not like I can only drive up a couple. Like I can drive up like all of them that I need to. Like I couldn't drive up all of them. Like I smashed my head in a wall on one of them, but like Nintendo, there's no like reverse mode or anything. So why do you like allow us to like drive up these like steep waterfalls? I mean, for free roam, I guess, but we could just reverse. There's not that much of a deal. This is Wee Moo Moo Meadows. And if you go from like Peach Stadium to Moo Moo Meadows, you're just gonna do a lap on it backwards. I mean, oh my gosh, it feels disgusting after like 11 years of this track. I mean, I hate that the ramp from the middle is gone, but like not being able to use that little glider ramp there just makes me feel kind of sad. Like this does not feel right. It shouldn't be able to be done backwards. Well, not that it shouldn't be able to be done backwards. More like if you drive there, you should not be able to like just not do it. You know? Feels just kind of wrong. Because now it's time for SNES Mario Circuits. I call it circuits because I'm not ranking each every single one. So I had a choice to make. Either I rank every single one, which I already know is all gonna be threes, or I just do the entire race. So I decided to do the entire race backwards, where I went from instead of like from SNES Mario Circuit 1 to 2 to 3 to instead go from Mario Circuit 3 to 2 to 1. And the only part that I was like really concerned about was probably SNES Mario Circuit 2. You know, because of that jump. But like the jump wasn't that much of a problem, I would have to say. Like once you see it on screen, like you see booster panels on it. Like they wanted you to be able to do this one backwards. I don't know why, but I guess it's I mean, it makes more sense in like free roam, except for like this is based off of like actual race sense. Like even though it's not actually in a race, it's just dependent on like can you? I mean, the rest of the course I wasn't really like worried about at all because like SNES Mario Circuit 1, it's literally practically a circle. So yeah, that was just the Mario circuits. Next up is the 3 plus tier, which I say these tracks feel better to be done backwards. And first off is N64 Wario Stadium. Finally, a return to this track. Oh my gosh, how long has it been? Oh my golly. Wait, hold up. 425. 29 years since this track has been made. It's only been remade once. I mean, that's just crazy. Like, they were so in denial with this track, and they were like, oh, you have to finally bring this track back. I'm like, of course they had to bring back, like, N64 Wario Stadium on, like, the same game that, like, bring back Toad's Factory. I mean, of course they had to. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I say it feels better because like I like doing like the jump at first, like kind of like Waluigi Pinball, where it like takes you right into the course by jumping. That's kind of how this one feels, you know. And then you do like all the jumps back up and around, then you have like little ramps and stuff. You know, it just feels like that. I don't know why. And I bet you weren't thinking that we're gonna come back to this track so soon. Version 2 of GCN Peach Beach. Well, what I have to say about this one is that like the end part, like aka the beginning, is really not that fun. But the thing is, instead of having to go through like the pipes to the left and right when you like ride like the chains, like yeah, you can do that to get on the roof. But like right when I thought like I was going here and I was like, oh my gosh, at the end I'm like I just jumped into a pipe. I'm like what? And then I was like, whoa, dude, that's sick, like that. And then I really like just like running through the marketplace and then like launching your way up. And then you have to like drive through the marketplace like the opposite way. I bet if there was like other racers like driving the opposite way or like toads like walking by holding baskets that like explode shells and mushrooms everywhere, like I bet this course would be like this backwards course would definitely be like way funner. But yeah, it's pretty good either way. Next up is Dandelion Depth. I mean, dude, dude, dude. This is definitely the best track in the game to do backwards, okay? There's no doubt about that. Okay? For being this final course we're gonna talk for being this course that we're gonna talk about now, like one of the final courses, um yeah, it's definitely the best course to drive backwards on. Like I love instead of like going straight up and then like slowly going straight down and like driving up these waterfalls and then like seeing the surface again a little bit before you head like straight back up. Felt really cool. I mean, the only part that I really hated was that like you can't do that little like wall grind part from the ramp. But like it makes it feel like you can look down. You're like, oh my gosh, like at the like loop de loop part, like oh my gosh, that's what I just driven through, you know? Instead of just being like, oh cool, I'm just drifting now. Like yeah, it still feels cool, but like but like it feels just kind of nice just to like go straight down at the beginning and like slowly go back up and then you like see the surface a little bit, you know? And it just makes it feel nicer, okay? So out of all the courses in the game, what out of all the courses in the game, what course do you think I have not talked about yet? I've talked about 29 courses. Okay, list them out, okay? So let's start off with the Mushroom Cup, Mario Bros. Circuit, Crown City, Whistletop Summit, DK Pass. No, I've talked about all of them. Look more in the top left. Let's see, we've talked about Bowser's Castle, Airship Fortress, Mario Stadium, Toad's Factory. Aha! It's Dry Bones Burnout. We have not talked about that one yet. And yeah, that's gonna be the final one for today's video. I mean, it just feels better to do it. I mean, I'm just gonna let it play out because I have nothing else to do. Oh, one thing. I didn't think like this, like the part where you glide to the mouth was possible. And then I just kind of like saw that there was like a glider panel on the other side. Also, if you like kind of like fly down after you make it, like when you're not on the top part, the pipe down there will just put you back. So you probably want to stay on the top area. Anyways, this is Dandelion Depths and like Dry Bones Burnout. Definitely be like the two courses that you should like try out backwards. Maybe Peach Beach version 2 of GCN Peach Beach if you want to. But yeah, I found this like cool area on the top that you're normally not able to get to without like a feather or something. But yeah, that'll be the end of today's video. Next time.